Hello everybody, I hope you're well. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. You're probably watching this video because you're curious, you're crypto curious and wondering, is it still possible to get rich off of cryptocurrency? Well, it absolutely is. Now this is tailored to more of the beginner, investor, hodler, speculator, or someone that simply wants to get into trading and build some different portfolios. So for me, I was quite lucky. I got into crypto in March 2020. I did hold a little bit of XRP and some other small projects before that, but really it was that big COVID-19 crypto crash that got me buying Bitcoin at fantastic fire sale prices. So what really has made me realize that crypto is here to stay is understanding market cycles, how they work, the distribution, accumulation phases, the expansions and contractions within bull markets and bear markets. Now, the first thing I would potentially be doing is heading on over to CoinGecko. Now, you don't have to use CoinGecko. You could use CryptoRank. You could use CoinMarketCap. I personally really like this because it lists everything nice and easily. I can see the volume. I can see the market capitalization of the project. I can see the price movement over different time frames. So what you really want to do is actually begin by starting up your own account for a cryptocurrency exchange, potentially something like eToro. I can leave a link down in the description below for you to get started on that right away. You can use eToro. There are other best ones. My personal favorite would be eToro because it's FCA and SciSec accredited. So what you're going to do is make that exchange or account, and the way I do it is have my portfolio diversification split. So I'd have hodl portfolio, I'd have a trading portfolio, I'd perhaps even have like a low market cap gem portfolio. As you can see, you want to learn about each project. So this is basically where it all starts on the CoinGecko, on the exchange listings page. So we see every cryptocurrency that exists at the moment. We can see there's 13,425 cryptocurrencies that you can learn about right here. And that's covering 615 different exchanges. That reflects the massive growth we've seen in cryptocurrency already. So what I'd be doing is basically sifting through, looking at your blue chips, your large market cap projects. We see Bitcoin has a $551 billion market cap, and some of the other blue chips, still got large caps such as Solana, 16 billion, Binance USD, 18 billion. So these are some of the blue chip projects that are here to stay for the long term. For example, if we look at Cardano, once you click onto this, you're going to get some price information. You're going to get some historical price data as well. We see Cardano. You can learn about this also by clicking through to their website, which you can find everything about that on these beautiful websites such as CoinGecko. You can find the Reddits, the Twitter, the Telegrams, get in the communities of the projects, ask questions, learn about the ecosystems. Can you find value in what they are providing? We see here, you can see the market capitalization. The supply is important. Is the supply ridiculously huge, like 1 trillion? Look at what has happened over the years. When you look at a cryptocurrency project, you want to know, where did it start? This project started at 5 cents. It was trading under 10 cents for a very long time in its accumulation range. We saw this pop up to $3. So it made massive gains, guys. This is how much money you can make by investing in these bear markets when people are screaming that crypto is dead. Crypto is a scam. And, if you bought at $3, you would have FOMO'd in, and now you'd be really, suffering quite consequentially. You'd be actually losing a lot of money because you bought the top, you bought the greed, you didn't understand the market cycle at the time, you didn't learn about the project, you didn't invest in a project early. So this is also another thing to potentially consider. So make sure you look at all the historical price data of a project before you do jump in, because cryptos move in impulses and retracements which are fueled by fear and greed alone. So this is one thing you certainly want to consider when choosing a crypto project or different currencies to potentially invest in. Personally, I think what's super important is diversification, meaning you will choose 10 to 20 projects that you believe in. This could cover the metaverse projects. This could cover staking and DeFi, infrastructure, layer 1, layer 2, proof of stake, proof of work. This can cover many different areas of cryptocurrency. It could even just be simply, taking a few projects. For example, let's set up a portfolio example right now. You can grab some Bitcoin, you can grab some Ethereum. Cardano would be potentially a really good one. You can get some Solana. Okay, so you've got some large caps. Now let's scroll down a little further. You're going to find some more medium cap gems. So now we're talking like 1 to 3 billion market capitalization. You could get some VeChain. You could get some Tezos. You could get some Pancake Swap in the DeFi section. You could also get some Aave, which is $1.1 billion right now. So, think about diversification, because if 70% of your portfolio is doing fantastic, the rest of the 30% is not doing so well, you would imagine that the 70% is outweighing the 30% that is not doing so well at the time. So it's always good to diversify. You can't rely on 1 or 2, 3 coins, but and the thing is to also consider is not every single project will actually be euphorically moving all at the same time. You can't have 20 coins pumping 1,000+% at the same time, because there simply isn't enough money to flow in. Usually these altcoins alternate in ranges, and whilst one project is booming and then it will capitulate and retrace, you'll find another project next week may kick off and be the next one in the spotlight, so to speak. So yeah, where were we? Aave, for example. Looking at Aave. So click onto the max time frame. Let's see what's happened. Aave was trading at $631, and you'd now look at 92. You'd ask yourself, well, this is looking quite undervalued. Maybe I should reaccumulate and dollar cost average in, which means buying the lower price levels to reduce your average entry costs over a long period of time. So make sure you do explore different cryptocurrencies. Make sure you look through every single project, read about them, hop on over the website, understand what the currency is, what the all-time highs were, what the lows were a few years ago, who's behind the project. There's a lot you need to understand about these projects before you do get into them. We can also see there's so many different categories on this website. For example, recently added coins. If a new coin is listed on an exchange or on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, find out about the project early. Do your research on the project. Find out, do you think it's worth investing a little bit of money in? Of course, altcoins, low market cap gems, we're talking 50 million market capitalization. They will have the highest reward, but also the highest amount of risk attached to them. This is where you can effectively make 10,000+% on your money, and it actually does happen, because we saw it with SafeMoon, we saw it with Shiba Inu, we saw it with Doge as well. They all started off as micro cap alt projects, and now they are already large cap projects. So do always stay vigilant, always do your research on projects and find out what the best particular project could be for the cryptocurrency itself. Here we've got CryptoRank.io. I think this is extremely important to use for your own research purposes. For example, if we look at the blockchain infrastructure, we can find every single infrastructure project. Now you're going to recognize a lot of these. Ethereum, obviously the one and only Ethereum, the tip of the spearhead for the DeFi ecosystem. One of the best projects out there. You would have made a lot of money if you bought this in 2018, held onto it for 4 years. Cardano, another one. Solana, we've got Polkadot, Avax. And this will weight up each project in terms of its market cap and valuation. And you can even find some tiny projects right down here. So it's extremely important to look at this, do your own research, find every single project. There's going to be a lot of gems here that do grow massively. And to be honest, every bull market is going to have different gems exploding. The ones that do well this year might not do well in 3 years' time. They might not be the ones that jump back into that top 20 spotlight. So that's very, very important to actually consider as well. So make sure you explore different categories of cryptocurrency. It's not all about the infrastructures. You've got currencies, you've got XRP, Litecoin, XMR. You've got DeFi projects as well, which is the biggest space in the whole of cryptocurrency. As we see, DeFi is the biggest space there is, followed by blockchain infrastructure, followed by blockchain services. You can see currencies over here, stable coins over here. We've got network, we've got meme coins. This is how big cryptocurrency is. You may not realize this is how diverse the sector is. It's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Ethereum. There is millions and millions that you can potentially make, and making the first million is probably the hardest thing to do, because lots of people lose money through reactions on emotions that invalidate the logic. Meaning, when the markets get too greedy, people don't like to take profits because they think they're going to make more. They buy at the top, the market then reverses. Or when the markets come down so low in price that you sell through fear, you liquidate your assets, only to find that next week they go back up by 50%. So always have a long-term hodl portfolio strategy. You can buy cryptocurrency at any period of time, and in 800 to 1200 days, you'll basically be in profit no matter what. And I will show you a chart that proves this a little bit later on, guys, so do stick around for this part. Also want to show you this interesting story, how to get rich off crypto and NFTs. This Australian did. So we can see Australian-based blogger, investor, and online gambler Steve Orlando turned $300 into offers of up to $5 million on his rare golden Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT in an interview with the Sydney Morning Herald for their You, Me and Web3 series about successful crypto investors and NFT flippers. He explained how to navigate the market. So, rags to riches. He began with betting on sports online and finding Bitcoin was the only withdrawal method on the sportsbook. It was from a jurisdiction outside Australia where a bank wire was not accessible. Started his journey learning about Bitcoin and how to get rich off crypto. He still has a screenshot of the transaction for 15 Bitcoin being $7,000, today worth over $500,000 if he held on to it. He began researching cryptocurrency in any way that he could. How to get rich off NFTs as well. So NFTs is another one, guys. Follow the trends. You can flip these if you buy them. Usually the hodl strategy will be more profitable and a better strategy to get rich off cryptocurrency as a beginner. 90% of day traders trying to swing and time the markets will usually lose their money, especially through liquidations. And it's very, very volatile. So do make sure you use low leverage percentages, like a 2-3x at most. Do not do 50x degen movements. You're going to lose your money. In the interview, Steve states one of the reasons for his success: I'm a long-term investor. I see 10 years as a minimum to hold on to something. So my plan was just to hold on and do all my other stuff in the background. I completely agree. Too many people think that cryptocurrency is about getting rich tomorrow, next week, next month. In reality, it's about scooping up the fear, accumulating within the supply phase following a distributive bull market, and scoop up the fear, guys. Accumulate. When crypto is dead and it feels like a scam, that's when you want to buy it. When it feels gut-wrenching to actually click that buy button, it's probably because you're buying at the right time, guys. So even now, today, like I say, get that eToro exchange open, buy some crypto, build a long-term portfolio, have your exit strategy as 2030, take it slowly. Just because you're down today doesn't mean you're going to be down next year or in 5 years to come. Very, very important. Diversify your portfolio, guys. Like I said before, you can't rely on one particular project. What if you were all in on Luna Terra from the recent weeks? You'd have been in a big disaster right now, okay? You'd have shot yourself in the foot. And even though it was quite anomalous and unpredictable, it could happen to other projects too. So diversify your portfolio, guys. Just start by setting up a crypto wallet. Buy the cheapest NFT out there, even if you know it's going to zero. And you could have the same speculation or mindset with some of the blue chip cryptocurrency projects. Do research early on. Find out the new projects that are coming out. Who is behind it? Look at the unique wallet holders. Look at the transaction volume. What is happening for the project? Steve says his gambling experience has taught him how to stay calm and not feel the fear of, missing out, or FOMO, even when the crypto markets are volatile or dead. So these are some tips right here. I think they're also pretty wise. Hold rather than trade. Have a 10-year plan. Take profits when it's up a lot. When you're feeling like, ooh, I'm going to get super rich. When you're feeling that greed and everyone is talking about it, it's plastered all over social media, it means you're already too late, guys. So take profits in tranches, like dollar cost average, buying on the way down, sell on the way up. Keep some on the table in case the project pumps even higher. Exactly. Sell in tranches. Leave some as running profits. Research and network with others to stay up to date with trends. Make it into a business. Diversify into some other crypto revenue streams. Be calm, confident, and get started in crypto by buying the cheapest thing. Look at the market capitalization. Of course, lower market cap means more space to do a 10x or 100x. If you've already got a $500 billion market cap, getting to 5 trillion is going to be extremely difficult. 50 million to 500 million. Okay, that could be a piece of cake if the project gets traction behind it. What did I also want to tell you? Crypto wallets, guys. So eToro, for example, once you make an exchange here, you can grab a cryptocurrency wallet. This is known as a soft wallet. This is where you can keep cryptocurrency in a digitalized wallet, which is basically locked by your keys, and you'll have seed phrases, usually like 16 words that are unique to you, which is a long password and only unique to you, and only you can access it. So make sure you keep up to date with the time. Have a crypto wallet. You can use it to buy things. You can exchange, swap currencies around. You can also hold stable coins there, such as BUSD or USDT. That's also extremely important. As you see, the eToro Money crypto wallet is an easy to use multi-crypto secure digital wallet. Very nice. You've also got the MetaMask wallet, one of the nice functional ones. I also have the MetaMask wallet. I've had some great fun with this across different decentralized exchanges. So make sure you have your own crypto wallet so you can send from exchanges into your wallet and back from a wallet back to your exchange. For example, you could send money from your eToro exchange into your eToro wallet, and then you can actually use it functionally. It will have a utility. You can operate on decentralized exchanges. Same with MetaMask, and same with another great one right here, which is the Trust wallet too. So I personally like to use the eToro wallet, the MetaMask wallet, and also the Trust wallet. They're probably my 3 favorite wallets that I actually use today. What I also want to show you is TradingView. This is a fantastic piece of software that will help you time the markets and have a more solid market entry. For example, we can see here every single cryptocurrency bull market from 2011. We can see the market cycle tops to retracements. For example, we corrected 94% here. We corrected 78% here. 2013, we corrected 85%. 2017, very famous bull market, we corrected 85% from this market cycle top over 24k down to this market cycle bottom at $3,000. Now we're moving down again. Use other indicators such as relative strength index down here, which reflects how overbought or oversold a product is. As you can see, the March 2020, we came down below this 200-week moving average. But what I want to say is, if you were to buy the top, where we're overextended on the relative strength index, for example, $60,000, $69,000, you've bought in a euphoric, greedy phase where the market follows distribution, meaning big sell-off, big capitulation. Now we're back in the fearful zone. People are scared, retailers are terrified, people are uncertain and anxious and depressed about what's going on. Nobody wants to buy because they're worried, they're scared. But this is where the smart money and the whales are flowing in. They're putting all their money in because they're preparing for the next cycle. Guys, all bear markets turn into bull markets. All bull markets turn into bear markets. We can see from the previous bottom of this bear market here in January 2019, it took us 1,000 days to get out of it. So if we assume this is the market cycle bottom, we'd be looking at least at 2024, 2025 before we get back into a market cycle peak. I'm not saying that's how long it's going to take to get back to $69,000. I'm saying that's how long it could take to get to $150,000 or $200,000. So make sure you understand the previous market cycles, the way they moved. As you can see, look how overextended you were. If you bought in 2015, you'd be a fool not to sell 2 years later for $20,000. And you can see the increase of these market cycles. If you invested early on in 2015, you'd be up a whole 10,000%, which is absolutely insane. That's 100x right there. If you bought the COVID crash in March 2020 and you sold at the top, you'd have made 15x of your money. $10,000 would have been $150,000. Now what we can see is a pattern. The returns are diminishing each year. So we'd assume maybe the next market cycle will offer 10x, 1000% if you buy today. Maybe you're going to be lucky enough to sell around $250,000. We don't know what will happen. All we know is that the market likes to follow these Fibonacci extensions. We come up to 4.236 here. On this particular market cycle, we came above the 4.236. So again, it's reflecting diminishment. I'd imagine maybe on the next market cycle, we're going to come up to the 3.618. which is, again, $176,000 Bitcoin by 2024, 2025. So we're preparing ourselves. We're understanding how can we make money in these bear markets, in these boring accumulation phases where we're, undervalued. We've got extreme fear in the market. Take advantage of this, guys, because this is how you make money. Yes, you can get lucky and make some big money by buying halfway through a bull market, but the risk is higher. If you buy in a bear market, the downside potential is minimized, and that's also extremely important to consider. Something else to use is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. This Crypto Fear and Greed Index will reflect the sentiment of the market at any given time, meaning you will see extreme fear during bear markets and extreme greed during the bull markets. If we look at historical data here, we can see when we were getting those all-time highs, we were looking at overextended greed. 74 on the greed. Now we're all the way down to 12 on the fear. And you can see it always reverses no matter what. We're here, so it could take a few months to reverse, but no matter what, we always reverse. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a worrying buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a particular correction. Usually corrections occur in 30% movements. However, in true bear markets, you can actually see 60 to 98% corrections depending on the project that you're looking at. Bitcoin usually corrects between 60 to 85%. Altcoins will correct between 70 and 99%. So be very careful with the altcoins, but make sure you diversify that cryptocurrency portfolio. So use the fear as a buying indicator. Guys, if you are experiencing fear right now, take advantage of it, because you should not let it invalidate your logic. If you are a long-term hodling investor, and again, look, if you bought the last all-time high over here and you held for 1,000 days, you'll be in profit. If you did the same on the previous market cycle, held for 1,200 days, you're in profit. So it always happens. You will always be able to buy at any time, even the top, and just wait. Hodl on, and eventually you will make profit, guys. Another great tool to use is the Bitcoin Rainbow Price Chart, which is a logarithmic regression band, quite similar to the BLX chart I just showed you. This indicates the halvings, which means that the reward for mining Bitcoin is reduced by half, which means it's harder to actually put supply back into the ecosystem, making it more scarce, more digitally scarce, meaning more demand and more value, basically. What we can see on this particular bull market, we came up to the orange band. The previous bands were overextended into the red. 2017 was right in the red. So people could argue that this was the market cycle peak. Maybe next time we'll come up to orange again, I personally think we'll go back into blue. I think we will see blue for a while at a higher price level, maybe even in a year to come. But I think what will happen the next cycle around 2024 is we'll top out at like $171,000 in the yellow stage of the rainbow chart. So wait for these blue icons, wait for the green. We're in green now, so it does look effectively quite good to actually be buying cryptocurrency today. As you see, if you bought the March 2020 COVID crash, you'd be in profit. If you bought here, 2019 bear market, you'd be in profit if you held. If you bought the red where it says sell, you're not going to be in profit for a very, very long time. So now is effectively a really, really nice undervaluation reaccumulation range, guys, to be buying and stacking up on those cryptocurrencies if you are serious about making a lot of money. Personally, I think it's going to be a long crypto winter, but the longer we've got to accumulate, the more profits you'll be making in 2024 onwards, because that's when I speculate the next bull market is truly going to be. What else can we do? Right, very important. Become your own crypto bank account. Get out of those legacy banking systems. You don't want 0.25% interest anymore, guys. Use that hard-earned money and capitalize more stablecoin. Get more for what you do. For example, you can go onto Binance.com. You can stake BUSD, which is pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar, and you can get 10% interest. It's flexible as well, so that's absolutely fantastic, and I think it's very important that you do that. Of course, it's only $0 to $2,000, which will give you the 10%, but you can then also look at locking up into other particular projects. There's so many different ways to earn money by staking. As you see on the earn section, we can go to staking here, click through, and there's so many options. Avalanche, crypto, 29% there. TRX, you're going to get 25% there. And in the bear markets, that's when you see the highest APY. So make sure you capitalize more cryptocurrency, become your own bank, put your hard-earned money to work. And the last thing I want to talk about really, well, not really the last thing, but is timing your entry. For example, if you bought Avalanche in July 2021 at $10, you would have been able to make a huge 1,000% increase. If you bought it in December at $3, you would have made a massive 3,300%. Cardano, another one. This used to trade at 11 cents. Really, really undervalued right now. If you were to look at the increase, we can see this increase here presented over 2,000%. We got ourselves a 2,774%. increase. Now we're looking undervalued. When you look at the Fibonacci retracement, we're all the way down here, ready for the next pump, guys. Load up on these fear phases. Harmony 1. If you bought Harmony 1 back in the day, you know, we're all the way back down to 0.04. We were at 0.36. If you bought Harmony 1 back in the day, you'd be up 7,400%. All you had to do was hold that for a year. Absolutely incredible. Same with Phantom, Layer 1 infrastructure project. If you bought this back in November 2020 for 1 cent, you'd be up 22,000%. And this is why you can't complain if you bought at the top, because people already made all this money. You can't complain if you bought at $3 and it didn't go to $4, because it went from 1 cent all the way up to $3, doing 22,000%. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the US dollar. You know, looking at this chart, if you bought in the COVID crash, the peak fear, you'd be up 1,700%. So make sure you understand also the market cycles, the key to maximum returns. Markets move in different phases. As we see, you've got accumulation phase, the markup phase, the distribution phase. And I'm going to show you right now. Distribution phase, you get the markup phase, distribution into accumulation, into mini distribution, into accumulation. We look at the Bitcoin chart right now. You can literally see it happen. You can literally see it. You have the distribution here, the Wyckoff distribution, into supply, into markup, into another mini distribution. Then you're going to get the markup and you're getting a mini distribution right here. And we're back into this particular accumulation phase. You see this accumulation? This is exactly what this is. This huge range between $25,000 and $29,000 is an accumulation range for cryptocurrencies at the moment. We are trying to put in a bottom for cryptocurrency. Extremely bullish, guys, for the long term. So make sure you also understand the market cycles. Make sure you also understand the emotions and market sentiment in the market. The last thing I'd also probably consider, you don't have to, but it would be trends in the market. So use things like Google Trends. It's something you can use for free. Anyone can use it. Find out what's popping off at the time. You know, crypto came up really high, and as crypto dropped once, NFTs started booming, you know, earlier this year in 2022. Now we see that NFTs are dropping again and crypto's coming up. So make sure you're also following the trend. What is interesting? What is exciting in the market at the moment? Guys, if you subscribe to the channel, head on over to the Discord down below. Make sure you also create your exchange account today should you wish to begin your long-term cryptocurrency hodl strategy and journey. You know, if you have any comments or questions about cryptocurrency, please do ask me directly in the comments or head on over to the Discord channel and do so. I do hope crypto does treat you very well. Cryptocurrency will reward the people that are here to stay for the long term, and I think it's all about not getting too greedy, maintaining a consistent strategy, such as hodling on and investing in those projects early on. Do not chase the green candles. Do not chase the money, the big fat euphoria, and do not listen to other people on social media. Always stick to your own strategy. Do your own research. That way you can only blame yourself. Only risk what you can afford to lose. And, you know, of course, I'm just a guy that makes crypto videos. I'm just someone that sits here on YouTube. So please do take everything I say, you know, very sensitively, very carefully, but apply these tools to your own trading and cryptocurrency investment journey. I appreciate the viewing and take care, guys. Bye now.